Hello, Lightning Maker crew. This is David, and today we are going to start working on our 3D model of our playground. So, last week you guys learned about playgrounds, you learned about the history of them, the design of them, and you created a drawing of your playground design, sort of like mine. I created this sea-themed project. So, to start, what I want to make is my seahorse-shaped slide. So I'm going to think about what simple shapes could I combine to make the more complicated shape of my seahorse slide. To start out, I need a staircase. Many of you will need staircases and ramps for your project because they're an important part of playgrounds. So I'm going to take this wedge here and I'm going to rotate it. Now, grabbing these curved arrows here, which allows you to rotate your project, is super important. And it's going to be useful for almost all of you in your work. So if I can rotate my wedge here, now a staircase is going to be kind of narrow and long, and it has to go up high. So that looks pretty good to me. And then to actually give it stairs, if you wanted to use that level of detail, I'm going to need some rectangles because stairs are basically a rectangle shape. So I'm going to drag a box out here, and I'm going to change the shape so that it's long and thin, using again the white box on top to make it taller or shorter, and the white boxes on the side to change its length and width. And then I'm going to grab it and just move it to where I want it to be. And if I want it to be taller, I can grab this black arrow on the top. That black arrow on the top controls the height of my box. So using this method, I can make a staircase. And if I want to, I can change the color of my square so that it matches the rest of my staircase, and it really looks like one object. So if I have a piece like this that I want to make a bunch of, because I know it's already right and I just want more, like this stair, I can go up here to the top left and hit duplicate. And then if I click on it, I messed that up, but you can see that I made a copy of my stair. So now, instead of having to make each one individually, I can just copy them and put them all the way up the slope of my triangle to make a staircase. Another cool thing is if, as I copy, I'm always moving it up the same amount. If I hit copy again, boop, it'll know I'm going to move it up that amount, and it'll just start generating more stairs for me. Pretty cool. So now that I've finished this nice staircase, I think I am ready to make the slide itself for my seahorse slide. I would think that for most of you, I would stick to the basic shapes menu because, like I said, you can make really complicated items and complicated shapes by combining basic shapes together. So if I wanted to make a slide, there's a couple ways I could do it. I could drag some cylinders out here, and I could make a slide that curves all over the place. So in the basic shapes menu, it says scribble, and you can place a scribble down. And then it's going to let you actually draw the shape that you want. So for my seahorse, I could draw a shape that's literally just a seahorse shape. And it will make it, let me draw it in 2D, but when I'm done, it will appear as 3D, which is pretty darn cool. So if I want my seahorse to be a solid object, I have to remember to color in the inside completely. So that's what I'm doing right now. I don't want there to be empty space in the middle of my seahorse. And I can use the eraser tool. In this case, I want kids to be able to climb into the mouth of my seahorse, but I made that mouth way too small for kids to climb inside. So I'm going to use the eraser tool, and then I'm going to use this drawing tool to redraw the mouth of my seahorse more open so that kids can climb inside the mouth and get to the top of the slide. All right, so now that I'm done, I can go down here to the right and hit done. And now I have a beautiful three-dimensional seahorse to make part of my slide. What I'm going to have to do is rotate it so that it will actually stand up. So that's what I'm going to do. Whoop. Now it's standing up vertically. And I'm going to zoom out. And I can see that my seahorse is way too small for my slide. So I'm going to pull it up. Using the white boxes, I'm going to expand it to be bigger and bigger. And for the sake of detail, I'm going to pull out a sphere. I'm going to grab the black arrow at the top to hoist my sphere up higher. And I'm going to move it sideways until it becomes part of my seahorse. And again, you want to really move objects together until they're overlapping so that they become one object. And now I have a nice eye for my seahorse. And a good thing to do for all of you guys to really make your project feel finished is to give it a floor or some ground. And you can do that by pulling it out like this. And you just want to make sure your box isn't too tall. So I'm going to shrink it so it's nice and thin. Thanks, Lightning Maker Crew. So please design at least 4 items for your playground in 3D and give it a name that makes sense. So instead of Brave Fire Ran, I'm going to call it David's Sea Playground. Thanks again, Lightning Maker Crew. Bye-bye.